bases as well. But the last 2 years, he's stolen more bases than anybody in the American League. How many is he going to get with the new rules?
It's going to go up.
64 the last 2 seasons. 0-2 pitch. Taken for a ball.
I think he's got a chance to get that this year. I'm telling you, if you can steal bases, whatever you've stolen in the past, double it.
Wow.
In my opinion, because of the new rule.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
How many is he going to get with the new rules?
It's going to go up.
64 the last 2 seasons. 0-2 pitch. Taken for a ball.
I think he's got a chance to get that this year. I'm telling you, if you can steal bases, whatever you've stolen in the past, double it.
Wow.
In my opinion, because of the new rules.
I mean, you probably think of it from a pitcher's perspective, what that's going to be like trying to control the running game.
No doubt. Well, first of all, if you've been pitching in an era where you don't have to hold runners on, you're not working at it. And a lot of slow deliveries to the plate, not to mention
Darvish, I'm going into the game, and he's been in every game in the knockout stage. A scoreless inning in the quarterfinal, got the win in the semifinal last night. Here he is to face 9-1-2.
Another fastball split guy, and a fastball velocity anywhere between 94 and 97. So every move has worked so far. We've anticipated other moves to be made that haven't.
Follow.
Taisei Ota says, sit down, you Darvish. I'm going into the game. And he's been in every game in the knockout stage. A scoreless inning in the quarterfinal. Got the win in the semifinal last night. Here he is to face 9-1-2.
another fastball split guy, and a fastball velocity anywhere between 94 and 97. So every move has worked so far. We've anticipated other moves to be made that haven't been made, but Team Japan holding a 3-1 lead. And if you're scripting a game, this is what you were hoping. You could shut down this great offense for Team USA.
Jeff McNeil is going to pinch hit here for Tim Anderson. With the right-hander on the mound. And to the top in Betts and Trout. Just feels like the United States in desperate need of some kind of jolt, running out of time. They have just 2 hits since they got their run in the second inning. McNeil's playing time in this WBC has been hard to come by. He started the first game, but then Tim Anderson did what he did at shortstop, and in order to get his bat back in the lineup. And with McNeil struggling in the first game, DeRosa put Anderson at second, and McNeil's just been coming off of the bench since.
Yeah, and they ran into a lot of left-handed starters too that got the continuity of their lineup kind of out of whack. And that's the problem with the WBC. You just kind of randomness of who you face and when you face and who gets hot and when they get hot.
On 2-0, McNeil takes ball 3. Very quickly, the U.S. could get Betts to the plate as the tying run.
I think, and I shouldn't say I think before I make a statement, but I think that's 11 balls in a row to McNeil in his last 3 at-bats.
Why stop there? Make it 12, big guy.
It's 12.
It's a leadoff walk in front of the top of the order.
Oh, I was incorrect. He had a third at bat, but he has 3 walks in his last 4.
Yeah.
And in his walks,
no strikes.
They haven't thrown a strike.
Let's just go with it. You got to stick with it at this point. We've gone
just go
too
with
far.
me.
Back to the top in Betts. So the leadoff walk from Jeff McNeil, and it's Mookie Betts who had an infield single in the 5th that at the moment felt like it might be that jolt they've been looking for. But he was stranded at second. Before Darvish and Ohtani come into the game, can they get to Ota? A strike over the inside corner. Mookie Betts has won 2 World Series, 2018 with the Red Sox, 2020 with the Dodgers. He says this experience, the best that he's had in baseball.
For the ones working hard so things can keep running, there's Granger.
Es foul. Pensé que lo había golpeado.
It did?
Estados Unidos tiene el empate en circulación sin out.
He's with it. And he gets it right outside the outstretched hands of the great shortstop.
Johnny, this tournament is the gift that just keeps on giving. Because once again, in a key spot, the man finds himself up.
When Mike Trout's been right, he stays center to right center with his approach. When he's missed the pitches and struck out, he's really been over-rotating, trying to lift the ball, see if he can stay on plane with this style of pitching, get one in the gap, and see the USA team run around the bases.
The captain at the plate, and he gets hit. Or did it hit the bat? I guess it hit the bat, and it's strike one.
Wow. Pretty unfortunate there. That ball probably catches the knob. And it does. You know, the odds of that are not really good.
You got to be standing there as a hitter saying, really? I'm down 0-1 after that? Hustle double in the first inning. Couple strikeouts since. There have been way more strikeouts the last couple games than you normally get from him. Swats one to right, off the end of the bat. Hondo comes on, makes a running catch to retire Trout for the first out of the seventh.
Didn't know if it was going to be a borderline deke here, but he did get to the ball in time.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's he waiting for? He made the break. Made the catch. The United States has had its opportunities in this game, but hitless in 6 at-bats with men in scoring position.
Yeah, and this has been the first real big threat. First and second, nobody out. Now you got first and second, one out. Got to try to get it going.
Goldschmidt's out in front. First pitch splitter. From one MVP to another. Paul Goldschmidt, 35-year-old of the St. Louis Cardinals. Otani looms. Tying run aboard. Go ahead run at the plate. Goldschmidt chases. And it's 0-2. Ground ball to short. Again to the second one. Yamada to first. Double play. And the first real threat of the game for the United States. First and second, nobody out. Heart of the order. And it dies quickly.
You know that feeling. The uneasiness. The excitement. The angst. Those butterflies are where your story begins. Chase them. Chase them through the self-doubt and the uncertainty.
The investors are backing out. I'm sorry.
Past the no's and the never gonna happens. Through the setbacks and the comebacks. Chase them. Because they could lead you somewhere amazing. And when the butterflies go quiet, it's time to begin again. The Genesis GV70 and the first ever electrified GV70.
This is Corona Premier.
Just 90 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs. It's a light beer that... Wait, this is a light beer? But we should really tell people about... Right, that's why I'm here. Sorry. Corona Premier, unexpectedly, light beer. When you have auto glass damage, trust SafeLight. We'll replace your windshield and recalibrate your advanced safety system so automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning work properly.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
It's Country Night! Fox tomorrow. The Masked Singer's going buck wild for 2 colorful new characters.
The Axolotl!
The Axolotl! And an unmasking hits down home.
This is family right here! You had me!
It's Country Night on an all-new Masked Singer. Tomorrow on Fox.
Did you know there were 3 pioneering women who competed with and against the men in the 1950s Negro League?
I don't know if Ohtani's going to be able to pitch because he's going to be too tired from running these sprints back and forth between the bullpen and the dugout. He's due up second in this 7th inning, and he'll face David Bednar, who's been excellent for Team USA, as he was for the Pittsburgh Pirates a year ago.
A lot of velocity. Comes right at you.
2, 3, and 4 for Japan. It's Kondo, Ohtani, and Yoshida. Comes at him with a fastball up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Bednar was with the San Diego Padres, got traded to the Pirates in a deal that's worked out for both sides, and that Joe Musgrove went to the Padres, and David Bednar has turned into one of the best back-end guys in the league. 1 ball, 1 strike. Although the Pirates probably wouldn't mind having Joe Musgrove and what he's turned into. Jeff McNeil stays in after pinch hitting for Tim Anderson. Bednar really tough on left-handers typically. So he comes in here to the part of the lineup that is stacked with him. Lefty's only hitting 188, or only hit 188 against Bednar in 2022.
A right-handed pitcher, that's strong.
Here's his 1-2. Fouled off.
Well, last inning was kind of a huge inning for Japan, and the emotion of that game, that inning could have well been the game because the U.S. had first and second, nobody out, and they didn't advance the base and didn't score a run. So it looks like Darvish is going to come in the next inning.
Little pop fly left side of the infield. Lone man over there is Arenado, and he's got it. And to bring up Ohtani.
And what this does for Team Japan is it surely can put Ohtani in the 9th inning now. It's the perfect spot if he's going to warm up. Having batted here, the time will tell.
And he could pretty much go have his normal starter's warm up. And you wouldn't want, the Angels certainly wouldn't want anything rushed. That's ball 1. At the plate tonight, he's 0 for 2. Does have a walk, his 10th one of the tournament. It's only impossible until somebody does it. And he keeps turning these impossible things into possible.
He does, and we're going to look back at other sports and other people who have transcended the sport, right? Changed it in a way that if it weren't for that person, XYZ wouldn't happen. And I just think it gives hope to the thought that in Major League Baseball was never really thought of a two-way player. And don't know that we'll ever get a two-way player like this again, so he set the bar so high, but it'll give hope maybe in college or maybe in high school or maybe, you know, it's just see that play out a little bit farther than what it has until he came here.
On a 2-1 pitch, Ohtani drives the ball foul. And one of the reasons this WBC is so special for him is he's playing for the guy who hatched the idea, Hideki Kuriyama. First time they got together to discuss it, Kuriyama gave him a T-shirt. It was a black T-shirt that they designed specially for this meeting, and it had an image of birds in flight, and it said on it, "Dreams come true." And he said to him, "Travel down a path nobody else has. Spread your wings," was the point of the shirt. And Ohtani, who was planning to go to the United States, was planning to go make the unprecedented move to go straight to the majors out of high school. He was convinced. He said, "All right, let's try this impossible plan. Let's become one of one." Sharp ground ball, diving stop, Trey Turner, and a dig from Paul Goldschmidt, but lightning speed from Ohtani.
It's amazing. It just is amazing. I mean, this ball was hit so hard. They have nothing to lose to challenge this, but this ball was hit so hard, and he's flying down the line. It's going to be really close, and the angle is going to tell right here whether or not he got his foot down as the ball is in there. Ooh, it's going to be close. The call on the field at this point might stand, but Ohtani flying.
We mentioned it last night, John. I mean, he throws the ball as hard as Garrett Cole. He hits the ball as hard as Aaron Judge. He runs as fast as the guy that couldn't get him there, Trey Turner. He's a transformer. He's a superhero. Oh, no, man. It is bang, bang. The call on the field is safe. Might be hard to overturn it.
He's got gears. He's got power.
He's got it all. Ken Rosenthal, you've got an up-close view of his greatness.
Well, guys, what strikes me about Ohtani is that there was so much skepticism about whether he could do this.
And the call does stand, Kenny.
And yet, for the past 2 seasons, he's done it. And now the question is, well, how much longer can he do it? And I don't know that anyone can put any limits on this guy. And John and I talked earlier in his career about whether he would be better if he just pitched. And John said this, he would be Jacob deGrom. But Jeremy Reed, the Angels' former hitting coach, told me, hey, this guy thrives off doing both. If he just did one, he wouldn't feel whole.
Masataka Yoshida. And as teams get ready to bid on him as he becomes a free agent this winter, you're really bidding on 2 superstar players in one.
You are. And it's interesting to see how that evolves. Kenny makes a great point, and to the personality and athleticism, he wants to do it both for a long time. But there comes a point, and like everybody, where how long can that be? To take the energy and physique and the physical demanding of that role, even though he primarily DHs.
Wow. She tried to hit that ball a mile. 1-1. Oh, this swing. Gotten it loose. Bednar's 1-1 pitch is fouled back with another big swing.
All the talk for so long, or what are the Angels going to do? They could change their franchise trading him, but they've kept him to this point with looming free agency. You think about what he could get in a dream world in a trade.
Oh, man.
because you would have to give up those 2 superstar or potential 4 players for 1, right? Because you're not going to get an equal. There's nobody in the world that could be equal to not have at least 4 players be involved. So it's a fascinating conversation, and we'll see what the future holds for Ohtani and where he ends up and for how much.
Artie Moreno and the Angels and all their fans hope that they're not in a position to trade him this summer, that they're in the heat of the race finally, because they've had 5 losing seasons in his 5 years. At least 10 games out of first. No better than 3rd place. He and, like all of us as fans of this game, deserve to see him in it down the stretch. 2-2 on Yoshida, who muscles one up the middle, should be 2. Arenado feeds Turner onto first, double play. On to the 8th inning, 6 outs with which to work. 3-1 Japan in the WBC Championship.
The new Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people like Sam who make
everyday products designed smarter. Like a smart coffee grinder that orders fresh beans for you.
Oh, genius. For more breakthroughs like that,
I need a breakthrough card.
Like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas.
A brilliant reality.
The new Ink Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
The crack of the bat is back, and so is T-Mobile's best offer for baseball fans. T-Mobile customers get a free MLB TV subscription. So you can stream every game, whether you're home or away. Switch to T-Mobile today and get ready for free MLB TV. Redeem March 28th to April 3rd at T-Mobile.com/MLB.
My dad went EV.
It's electric. Don't be shocked.
The guy who's eternally locked out of his email is going EV. Nice car.
It's an Ev. Rhymes with Kev.
You think they don't charge fast enough or go far enough.
Up to 80% charge in 18 minutes.
Range? Heck, we could go to Mexico.
You Kevin Bacon?
Blue or red? I can also make it play nature sounds if you want.
Introducing the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 6 with up to 360-mile range. When it comes to EVs, we're thinking of every mile.
MLB The Show Legend line. Ready to play?
Let's get it.
Come on. Nice.
That was sick.
Man, you like that? Check out the new Storylines mode where you can play as one of the Negro League baseball legends.
Your voice sounds familiar. Do I know you?
Just call me the captain.
Rated E for everyone.
Sunday on Fox. The NASCAR Cup Series takes on the Circuit of the Americas road course.
We did it!
The Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix, Sunday at 3 Eastern on Fox.
Well, they have pieced it together to get it to this point where finally the familiar name comes in. Yu Darvish for the 8th inning, and we go to Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, a lot of people wondered why Yu Darvish didn't start this game, and maybe you were wondering why he wasn't in the last inning. Well, one reason perhaps could be that his success rate against the top of this lineup isn't very good. Now, he's going to face Arenado. He's got good numbers against him, but so did Trout and so did Goldschmidt. Hideki Kuriyama perhaps managed this brilliantly. He kept Darvish away from that part. He gets him for the 8th and possibly Ohtani for the 9th.
Kenny, and I mean, he used 5 pitchers to get it to this point. And managers like to script these things. It doesn't often go to script, but I don't know that this could have gone any better for them.
No, it's magical, really. I mean, this lineup's a tough lineup to navigate, and especially if you get 2 looks at a pitcher from this lineup, and they didn't get much of that. So here we go. 2 innings for the U.S.A. to flex their muscles if they have any left offensively.
Well, they're going to be remembered as what they were called coming into this tournament, the dream team. They've got a chance to make one last case that that's what they are here. Against 2 of the game's best, Darvish and Ohtani. Nolan Arenado. It's a fly ball to left center field that's playable for Lars Nootbaar. There's the big one for Darvish, guy that had tormented him in Arenado. Now, Schwarber, who comes up now, he didn't have as many at-bats against Darvish, but those that he's had, great success. 4 out of 12 with a pair of home runs, including one in the championship series last year.
Well, for you, Darvish is going to be a star. He wins the baseball about as good as anybody. He's got a variety of spins. That's a slider there. He's got a big curveball, slow curveball. He does have a split. He's got fastball, and he's got that command back. When he got in trouble, it was the command issues.
There was a time in his career where he would nibble, right? He was around the zone. But last year, he was in the strike zone more than any pitcher in baseball. His 1-1 pitch to Schwarber. This is away, ball 2. He's 36 years of age. Started his career with 7 years in Japan. Came to the majors in 2012. This would be his 11th year in the big leagues. One of 2 guys to have 1,000 strikeouts in both countries. Yu Darvish, Hideo Nomo. Schwarber fouls it back, and it's 2-2. And they've known about Yu Darvish since he was dominant in high school. In the big high school tournament in Japan, he threw a no-hitter. The rest of the world found out about Yu Darvish in this tournament, the 2009 WBC. Pitched in 5 games in that championship run for Japan, including the final 2 innings of the championship against Korea. His 2-2 is rifle foul. At the time, he was the young kid who was getting discovered by everybody. Now he's the 36-year-old veteran leader of this roster that's taken all the young guys that were watching him as elementary kids when he was doing his thing in 09, taking all them under his wing. Another 2-2 to Kyle Schwarber. Another foul ball.
Yeah, he went through that period where not every pitcher goes through it, but it's a nightmare when you're tipping. And you're tipping pitches, and it was a rough go there for the playoffs for a little while, especially for the Dodgers. And then, fixing that and getting back mechanically sound to, as you mentioned, throwing more strikes has just made him really hard to hit when he's in the strike zone and spinning the baseball.
Ohtani looks to be ready as Schwarber fouls another. That's 3 straight foul balls by Kyle Schwarber. Trey Turner on deck. Darvish shaken through a number of those 11 or 12 distinct offerings. On the 8th pitch, Schwarber pulls one down the line. Foul again. There's been some hard contact, but all pulled foul. Is that loud contact strike interference to you as a pitcher? You feel good about how far he's pulling it?
Yeah, I mean, you get it inside, that's all he can do. You make it leak over the plate, and then you're not getting it back. So, see if he spins one right here. Tries to get him to chase down.
Another 2-2. Fly ball, another foul ball. Next pitch will be the 10th.
And he spun it, but he left it up. So when you leave it up, it gives the hitter enough time to adjust from it.
Back, continuing tension rising. You can feel it inside here in Miami. Into double digits in this at-bat. The 10th pitch. Fly to right field. Kondo turns. There it goes. Straighten it out. Second deck. 1-run game.
Well, that's why Mark DeRosa wanted him in the lineup for that effect right there. That was an incredible at-bat. I mean, epic at-bat. And every pitch that he missed in, he pulled foul. When he missed over the plate, he left it into the upper deck.